Now the rookie third-round pick, it's Devon A-Chain. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Open man is Higgins. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now. Well, such a great Week 1 matchup here, the Dolphins and Chargers. And fairly or unfairly, these two QBs are going to be measured against one another probably for the rest of their careers. Remember, Tua was the number 5 overall pick in 2020, and Justin Herbert followed him at number 6.
And let's add on to it because Joe Burrow went number 1 overall. He's led Cincinnati to 1 Super Bowl appearance. Jordan Love, also a first-rounder, getting his opportunity in 2023. And Jalen Hurts was a second-rounder with Philadelphia, and he's made it to the Super Bowl. So all in all, quite a class.
Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 23 yards on the play.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
A-Chain on 1st and 10. The 20. Down the left sideline. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big pickup of 38. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run pass option.
Now they're right down here looking for 6. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert. Touchdown! Raheem Mostert. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he returns this to the 22. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now their versatile running back. Here's Austin Eckler. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Quentin Johnston was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And Eckler is going to pick up a Chargers 1st down as he'll get this down to the 35-yard line. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. He's got it to Williams. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Herbert going to shift his guys around. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and is popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot of procedural having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different, and I really wanted to.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. The mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner,
right on the heels of the pick six, another ball intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henley. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Running on first down, Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Go. Go.
Herbert now. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Home troops right.
This is a counter play. Eckler, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And he's got some space. Herbert has it knocked free. And this is, there he goes, right side. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, a run with Mostert. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 4. Slot man moves right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Here's Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
21. Hey, easy. We'll go orange.
On second down, Eckler. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
It's a gain of a yard. Hey, ram.
Third down and 2.
21. Go.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
That's swung out to Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Still 15 yards to go, second down. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, Tua. That's over the middle, caught by Chosen. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you back over to Orlando.
It's a new
with our
season,
EA Sports
so both of these coaching
report.
staffs
Here's
likely
Jonathan
making
Coachman.
plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum.
He's got a man complete. Now he's free to midfield. How about this? And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play there for LA. 67 yards. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Down the numbers. There he goes. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 4. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, go Lion.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And he's got an... as he's brought down at the Dolphins 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
He finds his target, Allen. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get...
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Chargers get a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Now Tua on the bootleg here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on third down. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Returnable here for Davis. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a long... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Give them 32 on the play.
Let's go.
The 47-yard line.
Here's Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down. Herbert. He gets it to Johnston. Through the middle of the field. Down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Eckler again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point try now from Dicker. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to manage the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game is if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock. Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, give him credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run, and then executed.
Now it's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on 3rd down.
Hey, Ram. Ready.
Here's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the option, here's Eckler. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Crowd right. Go.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Herbert on 1st down now. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
5-9.
They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Herbert to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Chargers have taken a 4th quarter lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing Tua. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And nothing but green grass pass here, middle of the field. He's on his way across midfield. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. This is 1st and 10. Herbert. He's got Eckler. They find some open field here. Finding room at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Throwing, Herbert. Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Here's 1st and 10.
5-9.
Now Herbert. And that'll be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Herbert. He's got this to Williams, complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth. Wow. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this, because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st down. Here's Tua. He's got it complete to Waddle, and he'll get out of bounds, so that stops the clock. Is on one play. They're up close to midfield. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Now Tua. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Second and 10. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. A little short pass. This is Everett. He's going to have the first down and then some. Look at the big man rumble. He's got a full head of steam. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. The city always a little extra excitement for week one, and one of our early window games here in week one on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So, for the Chargers, they begin the new year 1-0 as they come out victorious here. So that'll just about